and welcome to the final sniggering in the background. Welcome to the final week of the July reading wrap-up, book haul, vlog, etc, etc. Although I say vlog, but we haven't actually left this vlog has not left this flat, but then I guess it's because I do the majority of my reading in this flat. We did go away last week and I was like, oh, you'll probably see the holiday home. No, you didn't. I just vlogged when I got back here. So yeah, last week of this, I've been enjoying doing this, like wrapping up and reading as I'm going. I think this is definitely something that will return. I don't know if I'm going to do it every month. I'm definitely not going to do it in August because my mate David, that's whose arm this is. So high five. Ow, ow. He's going to pick my TBR. He's going to pick my TBR for August, as he has done the past 2 years. Although I bet you don't remember, do you?
What books I picked?
No, just do you remember picking my TBR the last 2 years?
Yeah.
I'm going to re-watch those videos because I bet you picked some of the same books. And I've got to see if I've actually read some of the same books. So yeah, so it's Friday. I've just got home from work. Bit of traffic there was. They've closed one of the roads where I live, which means that everyone's going down the road that I need to go down. Sorry, I didn't mean to tickle you there, David. And a bit of traffic. But our friend Emma's coming round. We're going for a walk up the beach. Lovely weather today, David, isn't it, compared to how it's been? We've just done our COVID tests. It's looking good, as in it's looking negative. It does tell you to wait for the whole half hour, doesn't it? But I can't see them changing at this point, do you? I don't know how long we've got left.
No.
But yeah, I've got home today and David says 2 parcels arrived for you today. Very excited. I'm going to open the one that I think I know this is. And this says, the reason I think I know it is because it's got vintage stuck on the front. I think this is Vintage's big hitter for next year. It is. Oh, it's beautiful. This is such a gorgeous proof. Like, this is really, really lovely. Look at this, David. This is nice. Pandora by Susan Stokes Chapman. And if they've got plans to make this book...
Is it a history of the Pandora bracelet?
Yeah, maybe. Let's find out. My mum will be pleased, she likes a Pandora bracelet. If they are planning on making the actual finished copy of this book more beautiful than this, imagine a world where that's planning. Susan Stokes Chapman, Pandora. It's got a little bird on the back, Harville Secker that is. What, you showed me that on my sister's FaceTiming. Yeah, I suppose we'll answer that. I'll come back and talk to you in a bit. I've just got to talk to my sister first, I've got to. Otherwise my niece gets upset. It was a false alarm. It was my... how many months old is she? 18-month-old niece. No, a bit older than that, isn't she?
A bit older.
She's almost 2. It was her calling us by accident, so she didn't mean to. Yeah, so let's have a look. This says it's a pure pleasure of a novel set in Georgian London, where the discovery of a mysterious ancient Greek vase sets in motion conspiracies, revelations, and romance. London, 1799. Already I feel excited about this. Dora Blake is an aspiring jewellery artist who lives with her uncle in what used to be her parents' famed shop of antiquities. By the way, I really like saying the word antiquities. You got any words you like saying?
No.
Oh. When a mysterious... If you do think of any, do let us know.
I will.
When a mysterious Greek vase is delivered, Dora is intrigued by her uncle's suspicious behaviour and enlists the help of Edward Lawrence, a young man seeking acceptance into the Society of Antiquaries. Edward sees the ancient vase as a key to unlocking his academic future. Dora sees it as a chance to restore her parents' shop to its former glory and to escape her uncle. But what Edward discovers about the vase has Dora questioning everything she has ever known about in her life, her family, and the world as she knows it. As Dora uncovers the truth, she starts to realise that some of the mysteries are buried and some doors are locked for a reason. Gorgeously atmospheric and deliciously page-turning, Pandora deals with the themes of secrets and deception, love and fulfilment, fate and hope. And this comes out on the 22nd of January 2022. Very excited, delighted to have this beautiful proof copy. It's gorgeous, isn't it? I can't stop looking at it. Hardback proof as well. I don't think I'll get many of those. What I will say though is I'm wondering if any publishing types out there can answer this. This sounds fantastic. Why isn't this released for the Christmas market this year, I ask? I wonder. If you can answer that for me, let me know. And then this one, I don't actually know what this is. Let's have a look. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, it's from Book Break. Oh, this is another lovely proof. 2 lovely proofs. This proof has got this lovely... What would you call this, David? Tracing paper book sleeve over the front. This is Maybe I Don't Belong Here by David Harewood. David Harewood, I know him well. You'll recognise him, David, and you'll probably be even better at telling me what he's been in.
No, I won't be able to tell you what he's been in, but I do recognise
I've seen him in loads of stuff, but I can't bloody think of what he is.
No.
Anyway, he was born in Birmingham in England. His parents were originally from Barbados and they moved to England in the 1950s and 60s. He grew up in, I was gonna say Small Heath in a Birmingham accent then, but I always run the risk of offending people. Right, I have to say, you won't change me. You won't change me, Small Heath. No, maybe it's not my best. Sometimes I'm good at accents though, aren't I? I hate people that say they're good at accents and I've become that person.
Irish is your forte.
Yeah, but I lived with Irish people for years, that's why. I do work with somebody who's from Birmingham though. He trained as an actor at London's Royal Academy Dramatic Art and is best known for his roles in Homeland and Supergirl.
Why
David's critically
for Homeland.
Well, haven't you seen Homeland?
No.
Oh. David's critically acclaimed BBC documentary Psychosis and Me received a BAFTA nomination for Best Documentary. David is married, has 2 daughters and is an avid Birmingham City fan. Maybe I Don't Belong Here is his first book. So is this... Oh no, this is non-fiction. So, is it possible to be black and British and feel welcome and whole? In this powerful and provocative account of life lived after psychosis, critically acclaimed actor David Harewood uncovers devastating family history and investigates the real impact of racism on black mental health. When David Harewood was 23, his acting career was beginning to take flight. He had what he now understands to be a psychotic breakdown. This sounds fantastic, and was sectioned under the Mental Health Act. He was physically restrained by 6 police officers, sedated, then hospitalised and transferred to a locked ward. Only now, 30 years later, has been able to process what he went through. Well, that sounds bloody fantastic. It's not out until the 2nd of September. Again, published by Bluebird Books, who I mentioned in the last vlog and said that their books, their non-fiction books and their cookbooks and everything are always so wonderful. So yeah. Oh, I'm looking forward to reading that. So yeah, 2 fantastic proofs arrived today to go on the old TBR. I've got to have read The Miseducation of Evie Epworth by Max and Taylor by Sunday at lunchtime. No, well, lunchtime would be helpful because I've got to write my questions on it. I'm page 42 so far. It's 369 pages. Plan is get to a page 169 tonight, page 269 by tomorrow night, and then finish the last 100 pages Sunday morning. We've got nothing on, have we?
The Olympics. The
Olympics is on. Emma's round tonight, but apart from that, nothing on. We've been going out for a little spot of brunch, haven't we, on a Saturday for the past 3 weeks, which has been lovely. So maybe we'll do that, but maybe I'll take my book with me, although I think it's going to rain tomorrow. Yeah,
I think it's going to be a rainy weekend.
Well, that's good because I've got lots of reading to do. Anyway, nice to see ya. I hope your Friday's going well, because you'll be watching this on a Friday, and it's a Friday for me. I'm gonna go and get in the shower now and put some jeans, maybe a jumper. Don't need a jumper, long sleeve top. Yeah?
Yeah.
Hi, look how sexy I look with my beautifully wet hair. We've just done chores. It's Saturday morning. I've also just taken a big sniff of the old hay fever spray. It does seem to work, and I've got myself a glass of orange juice
Top up the old
and water. Vitamin C is orange juice. I don't know where you get vitamin D from. The sunshine. I don't think there's any food. It's definitely not these cherry flavoured.
I think my Actimel has got a bit of vitamin D in it.
It has. See, I think that's definitely more flavoured than the cherry chocolate.
Yeah.
I really like cherry flavoured stuff, which I know is like an artificial flavour because cherry flavoured stuff never tastes like cherries. I also like cherries. But it always reminds me of like Muller Corners. Do you ever used to have those? They still got them now, obviously, but they used to be like a really big deal when I went round my nan's house and have a Muller Corner for your dessert. And the cherry one was the best one because it was just like pure sugar. Anyway, that's it for the day now. We've done everything we needed to do. We walked down to the beach this morning. Park Run runs from the beach where we live, and it started back up today. I wasn't going to join in because David and I have both got a bit of a cold. As you can tell from our COVID test yesterday, it's not COVID. Is that light really annoying? Maybe I'll move it around there a bit. Oh, then you can see my knickers on there. We'll just keep you here. Yeah, so I wasn't feeling up to it. Anyway, I thought it was 9:30, was absolutely certain it was 9:30. So I was like, oh, let's have a walk down and we can see people doing it. Walked down about 9:45. It was all finished because it started at 9. Even though I used to do it at the beginning of last year, I'd forgotten about it. Anyway, when we got back, more COVID tests had arrived because we've got the lateral flow tests, which you can claim free from the government, and you can test yourselves. Well, they say twice. Well, my work says twice a week. I can also get them from work, but work says twice a week, and then you can just keep on top of whether or not you've got COVID or not. David and I do not have COVID. That is annoying me, that light. Shall I just move around next to my beloved? Yeah, I think I will. I'll move around next to my beloved. Here he is.
Hi.
So we got home. We had a vegan sausage and egg. The egg obviously wasn't vegan, but the sausages were vegan. Cauldron sausages, which were really, really good sausages, weren't they, David?
They were lovely.
I read in the Sainsbury's magazine, Pizza Pilgrims, which is the pizza book that David makes his pizza dough from. God, it might be time for you to make some more pizza soon, David.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has been a while. And they had a feature in the Sainsbury's magazine saying what they have in their shopping baskets. And they're not vegetarians, because they also mention meat in that shopping basket, but they said that Cauldron vegan Lincolnshire sausages are the best sausages that you can get for vegetarian sausages. And we didn't think we tried them, and I was in Asda yesterday and they all had them there, so I bought them and they were lovely, weren't they? I mean, we did go mad because it was a 6-pack and we had 3 each, and the 3 wouldn't fit into there, so we had a side sausage in the to the side of the sandwich, but very nice. Then did chores. My mum and dad popped around. My dad's going to help us paint our bathrooms in a couple of weeks' time now that he's retired, so we had a little look and told us what we need to get, so we're excited about that. And now, what time is it, please, David?
20 to 2.
20 to 2. David's about to get in the shower. I've just got in the shower and had a hair wash, and now it's ready time. And David's going to be Olympic time. But I had something arrive in the post. It did arrive open. I don't think there was anything else in there, but it did arrive open. And what arrived is from the History Press, which they also publish a very, very good book called The History of Women in 100 Objects. Where's that book? I love that book. A History of Women in 100 Objects. I'll show you it. They sent me this before, which I really, really, really enjoyed. They've also sent me another one, which I haven't got round to reading yet. I can't think what that's called, but anyway. The one they've sent me today, Out of the Darkness, Greenham Voices, 1981 to 2000. And this is about, in 1981, a group of women marched from Cardiff to Greenham Common, RAF base in Newbury, to protest the building of a US nuclear missiles on British soil. Gradually joined by women from all over the world, they formed what became the Greenham Commons Women's Peace Camp. They stayed there for almost 20 years in what would become the largest, most effective women-led protest since the suffrage campaign, and would radicalise a generation. Can you believe this is the largest woman-led campaign and I've never even heard of it? Where was this in my history lessons when I was learning about the Industrial Revolution and Henry VIII having it off with 15-year-olds? Out of the Darkness reunites the trailblazing women of Greenham to share their intimate recollections of the highs and lows of camp life, how they organised, and the clever, non-violent ways they challenged military, police and cultural forces in the name of peace. And as is the case with the History Press books, they are interspersed with photos and other bits that are relevant to the text. So yeah, really looking forward to reading this, and can't wait, really. So yeah, that's going straight on the TBR as it is. Now, we are getting to the end of the month. That's out on the 2nd of September, by the way, if you're interested. We are getting to the end of the month, and my TBR is double what it was at the beginning of the month because of the books that I've bought or have arrived from publishers and things like that. So yeah, so I'm not going to get to finishing them, but we're going to work very hard. I had hoped to finish a book a day this last week, but it's already been Friday and I haven't finished. There is a chance I could finish the Miseducation of Evie Epworth today. I'm almost halfway through. If I'm going to have some good dedicated time while David watches the Taekwondo. Judo. Is Taekwondo over now? Then there is a chance we could do it. Do you reckon you could get into judo, David?
What, play it?
Yeah, show me some moves. Do it again. Very good.
Lots of kicking and flipping.
Show some kicks. Kicks. Cool. There we go. I'll let you know how I get on. I definitely will do. Thank you so much. Good morning. It's Sunday morning. And I've just well, David's just given me, I'm not going to try and eat this while I'm filming because it'll just be messy, a sesame seed bagel with an egg in it, maybe 2 eggs, that's a bit extreme, isn't it, and some tomato ketchup. Thank you, David, for that. We're in full Olympic spirit here. David is in full Olympic spirit here. He's watching lots of Olympic stuff in the morning. hurrah, I've just finished The Miseducation of Evie Epworth by Matts and Taylor. I said I wanted to have this finished by lunchtime. I've done one better than that. I've had it finished by 11:09. So I'm going to start writing my questions for Patreon Book Club this evening, which is on The Miseducation of Evie Epworth. I really enjoyed this. I found it really well, jolly is the word I used when I first started it, and it remained jolly throughout. It was a lovely sort of heartwarming story. A few sad bits in it, nothing enough that you would call this a sad book, but like there's things in there about Evie's mother has died. You find that out quite early on. She died when she was 6 months old, and things like that are sad about the death. But yeah, overall it was very sort of like jolly. Evie's got a lot of charm and wit about her, and the things she says are very funny. There's also sort of like, I like the village feel of it, with cake baking and sort of like trying to catch nasty people out, and all becomes good in the end, which I really liked about this. And yeah, I would feel like I would recommend this to a lot of people. I feel like a lot of people would get some enjoyment out of it. It's not like massively plot heavy and massively character driven or massively beautifully written, but yeah, I just got a lot of joy out of it, just sort of coming of age fun time. So yeah, I think I would give that, well, I can't give it 3.5 stars on Goodreads, and I keep saying I'm going to move over to Storygraph, which I absolutely must do. So yeah, I would give it a 3.5, I think. But yeah, enjoyed it very much. So that's that. Better eat this now and write some questions. And yeah, I have to pick up something else, I suppose. I've got 2 other books on the go at the moment, both non-fiction. So maybe I'll pick up another fiction today, or maybe I'll finish one of my non-fictions. Maybe. Right, anyway. Got to eat this now. Hi! It's Monday. It's actually a pretty alright Monday as far as Mondays go. Actually, I don't really have many bad days at work. It's alright, my job. I know what I'm doing. I'm still here. The only thing that was thinking, I think I might have bored you with this already, but there's lots of traffic around where we live, and I sort of thought, oh, I'm going to get stuck in loads of traffic on the way home. I got stuck in no traffic on the way home. So, David, would you like a cup of tea?
Yes, please.
Nice. I'm going to have, I don't know what I'm going to have. I'm going to have one of my Bird and Blend teas. I think I might have a Moondrop Dreams. Yeah, I'm going to have a Moondrop Dreams. And pop it in my, no, David can have Fight Like a Princess. I'm going to have this Kath Kidston one. I'll talk louder because you might not be able to hear me over that. So, it's Monday, I'm just home from work. David and I are going to watch a film tonight. I'm trying to watch 100 new films in 1 year, and I think I'm up to about 50 something, and I think I'm behind schedule. So what David and I have said is we're going to watch a film every night this week. The only thing that needs to happen is that it needs to be a new film to us. So David's picking the film tonight, and actually on Friday we're going to an an open air cinema to watch Bohemian Rhapsody, which I said open arse, yeah, which we have both seen before. So although we'll be watching the film then, we'll be watching a film we've seen before. So David's going to pick a film for tonight. I don't know if he's picked a film for tonight. So that's the plan, and I'm going to make dinner. 2 options on the menu for. Oh, are you going to make it? Can't really hear him because the kettle's on in there, the fan's on in there. Well, we'll be having one of these: smoky Spanish meat-free chicken, patatas bravas and aiolis, or meat-free mince and black bean burrito bowl. Either will be good for me. I'll move that over there so you're not right on top of the kettle. But reading update. I started The Mermaid of Black Conch by Monique Roffey yesterday, and I read a little bit on my lunch today. I'm only 28 pages in, so I haven't been much up to it, much through it. I'm enjoying it so far. So it is about a mermaid and a man called David who is writing. You're hearing about his diaries from now, and he's recollecting when he was playing his guitar by the beach, and he saw this mermaid, this beautiful big red-skinned mermaid, and then he's also recollecting the time when some American tourists thought they'd caught a big fish and they hadn't. They'd caught this mermaid. So it goes on. This is basically just based on what I've read on the back, is that eventually he will. Her name is Ikea, I think, and he will rescue her and they will fall in love. So yeah, I've got a lot of love to go. But I was looking at reviews of this, spoiler-free reviews. It seems very, very popular, so I'm looking forward to that. Would you mind if I just went and put a bit of water in my milk? Do you want to come with me? Come on. Come on. There we go. Water in my milk. I'm meant to put it here, so I'm doing this. Nice. And then I bought a book for 50p today on the volunteers desk at work. I think this might be the second time I've done this. Yes, it is, because I actually, excuse me, I actually bought The Appeal, didn't I? Which I loved. So this is a book that's been on my horizon, or on my radar for a while, and I'm very pleased it's turned up for 50p on the old volunteers desk. This book does not need, this book is not going to miss out on me having not spent full price on it. It's a very, very good copy. Look, the spine's not even been broken. It's Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur, which I've got a bit of wet on now. This is a poetry collection by Rupi Kaur, and if I remember rightly, Rupi Kaur was sort of like an Insta poet, I think I'm right, and she would write these sort of like short poems on Instagram and accompany with them with a little bit of artwork or something. And then and I think this is the first collection, which was very, very popular, and I believe there's a second collection now. So this came out in 2015. Do correct me below if that's not the case, but I feel like I remember either watching a YouTube video about it or reading an article. So here we go. I always get myself into this mess. I always let him tell me I'm beautiful and half believe it. I always jump thinking he will catch me at the fall. I am hopelessly a lover and a dreamer, and that will be the death of me. Now, if you've been here a while, you'll know that I'm not the biggest poetry lover, and I struggle to get into it. And I wonder if this sort of like short poem style with accompanying little graphics and stuff might work for me. So anyway, so I bought that. Maybe I'll just dip in and out of it as time goes. But yeah, that's the sort of book that I've always been intrigued about, but thought, will I ever get round to reading it? So to be able to get that for 50p, what a treat. What's the best book you've got yourself for 50p? I don't know what the equivalent is elsewhere. I don't know. I think $1. I think $1 used to be around, I think $1's more like 80p now. But yeah. What's the best 50p book you've ever got? Oh, I've done these the wrong way around. I've made David this tea in here. Hopefully he'll still like it. Hopefully. Hello. It's Tuesday. I've just got home, straight in the shower and washed my hair. I was hoping to be able to not wash my hair until tomorrow, because David and I can tell the Olympics are on because David's booked us a badminton court. Because David and I are playing badminton tomorrow night. So I was like, oh, I'll hang on and wash my hair after that. This is what it's like, isn't it, being a woman with longish hair, planning your life around your haircuts, hair washes. I was talking to my friend Emma about this because she was saying she wanted to do a bit more swimming, and she was like, but I just feel like all I'll be doing is just planning my hair, my swims around my hair washes. And I thought, that is my life, isn't it? It's everyone's life. So I just washed my hair, that's what I was saying. And I've just got home and I finished The Right Sort of Girl by Anita Rani. I've been listening to this since last week. Anita Rani is a TV presenter in the UK, and she is the Women's Hour, the Weekend Women's Hour presenter as well. She's very good on that. And this is just an autobiography of her life and what it was like being Punjabi in Bradford as she grew up. She's slightly older than me. It was interesting to hear sort of like parallels running between our lives and also not parallels. And yeah, I found it interesting how she got into television and stuff like that. And then the last bit was a very interesting bit about partition, which I don't know all the facts about, and is shocking that David's watching something that's a bit jumpy in there. I don't actually think it is a bit jumpy, but yeah, he's watching something. I will need my glasses for this. I'm just about to paint. Oh, look at that. Bit of fluff on my glasses. That's just what it's like living with a little fluff ball. Glasses filthy too. I'm just about to paint. I've got green nails, and I'm about to paint a little pink dot at the bottom of the base of them because I saw this, maybe the reverse of it though, in my Ellie Pear. This has just made my glasses wet, not clean them. Yep, that's terrible. In the Ellie Pear cookbook, she has pink nails with a green dot, and I thought, oh, I've got green nails, I'd like to do something a bit more jazzy with them, so I'm going to put a little bright pink dot on them and see how they turn out. So yeah. Oh god, what am I going to do about these glasses? Down to David's pillowcase. Better. So yeah, so as I said, the last bit was about partition, which I just don't know enough about, and I'm always shocked that I don't know more about it because it's proper like recent history, and I can't believe that they don't teach it in schools. Like, it's unbelievable that they don't teach that in schools. So yes, that was interesting to hear about that. That's done nothing. Maybe I'll use a bigger skewer to do a little dot. See if this works. This will be too big, I bet. Oh no, that's okay. We'll do the bigger dot. So yeah, so I've given it 3 stars. I think it probably wouldn't translate unless you're aware of who Anita is. I don't think it would translate sort of overseas, let's say. I guess it's interesting as a sort of like what it's like to grow up in Britain in the north as a minority. That would probably be interesting, but yeah, I enjoy it. And also it ended with the tiny, she was on Strictly a few years ago, and it ended with like a little tiny literal, oh look, I've chipped that one already, about a 5-minute talk about her time on Strictly, which is always lovely to hear. I like to, when I read or hear podcasts or interviews or stuff of people who were on Strictly, I always like to hear about their time on Strictly. Does this look cool? I don't know. That one's gone a bit, I think it maybe does look cool. That's annoying that I've chipped that one though. I don't have the nail varnish here. Cool, right, we'll leave that as it is then. And yeah, I'll have to pick up another audiobook. And actually, I've got my life, I've got my eye is because life is in the title. I've got my eye on My Life as a Unicorn by, I don't know, I need to see the name to pronounce it correctly. My Life as a Unicorn. And I just think it's strange. Amrel Al-Qadi. I just think it's strange that this month, I don't often listen to autobiographies, but this month all I've listened to on audio when I've been doing these wrap-ups has been autobiographies, hasn't it? I was listening to Tez Ilyas's one, then Anita Rani's, now I'm about to move on to Amrel's one. So yeah, that's interesting. That isn't all that I listen to. I do think if you were to break down all of my audio that I've listened to over the years ever, you'd probably find that majority of it was non-fiction. But yeah, this month has been heavily non-fiction. So yes, done my nails. David's cooking dinner again tonight. We're doing, I said this yesterday, didn't I? We're doing a film a night. Last night we watched Erin Brockovich, which was David's pick, which neither of us had seen. And I can't believe I hadn't seen it before. We both really enjoyed it. Tonight, so last night was his pick, you weren't allowed to say no. Tonight's my pick, he's not allowed to say no. Tomorrow night we're both picking. Thursday night I don't know what will happen. Friday night we're going to watch Bohemian Rhapsody, and then I don't know what we'll do about Saturday and Sunday, but I might pick, I don't know for definite. Are you listening, David?
Well, it just so happened that the TV went quiet.
I might pick The Dig. Yeah, that's why I might, because it's David Can't Say No, and I don't think I'll get a chance to watch it otherwise, so I might pick The Dig, which is on Netflix. Or I might pick the Guernsey Literary Potato Peel Pie Society, which is another one he doesn't want to watch either. But I'm going to have a browse through. In terms of other reading, and we have a book.
I'm picking Jackass.
When? We don't.
Next one.
No, you missed. I definitely won't want to watch Jackass. I'm also reading The Mermaid of Black Conch, which is in there. I'm getting on very well with it. I'm about halfway through. I'm enjoying it. It's definitely, I can see I don't want to sound like a dick by saying this, but I can see that it's a Costa winner because I find Costa winning books very readable, and that's not a slur or like a disservice. I think the Costa winning books need to be readable books because I think they're very accessible to everyone. And it's a mermaid tale that's very readable. Sometimes I've read mermaid tales over the years and sometimes find that there's a lot of, now get this for what's they called, a tedious or a tenuous link. A bit surface, like there's lots going on the surface and then there's lots underneath. This is all just like here in your face, but it's very good. It's got stuff about colonialisation in it, as well as like a love story and communication and things like that. So yeah, I'm enjoying it and I'm looking forward to finishing it. So yeah, I'm gonna go and, I'm so annoyed about that chipped nail. I'm gonna go and pick a film for tonight and I'll probably see you tomorrow. Hi! It's Thursday. Now, I'll tell you what happened. I thought I'd be coming to you this Thursday. I'm filming this at, as you can see, 6:10. I thought I'd be coming to you to say, oh guys, I've finished Conversations on Love. Now, I'm on page 270, and there's 289 pages, but I don't think I'm going to finish it tonight. And I'll tell you for why. I work from home today. David was in the office, so it's a very rare day where I'm working from home and David's not here. And I just absolutely ploughed on, like got loads and loads of stuff done, finished work at 4, and ordinarily if David's here we'd go for a walk around the block, or we'd talk about what we're going to have for dinner, or maybe we'd watch something. And there was a reunion episode. At this point I thought it was still a reunion episode of Love is Blind. Did anyone watch that? I watched it right at the beginning of the pandemic last year. It's a dating show, not normally my thing, but I think I just watched it. I had the week off with annual leave just at the beginning of the pandemic, and just watched the whole series in like 2 days. Dating show where people meet each other inside pods, and they don't see each other and they get to know each other and talk to each other before they meet. There's a whole series of this, and then they have to get married, so it's pretty extreme. And there was a reunion show, as I thought it was a show. When I finished at 4 today, I was like, oh great, I'm gonna watch that reunion show, and then by that point David will be on his way home and maybe I'll start dinner. Well, I didn't realise it was 3 reunion shows of 40 minutes, so that started at 4 o'clock. Here I am at 6:10, having just finished the reunion show. So I don't think I'm going to get this finished tonight because David is on his way home now and he will be home any minute. But I'm cooking dinner. I'm cooking another recipe out of One Pot 3 Ways by Rachel Amma. I'm doing, God, look at how exciting this is. Cajun beer batter oyster mushrooms. King oyster mushrooms. Don't think I've ever had king oyster mushrooms before. They're going to look like this delicious stuff. And then we're having it with garlicky crushed new potatoes. So I'm very, very excited about that. David's coming home. I've got to measure out 150 Gs of this. And then guys, speaking of trashy telly, I'm well back into Love Island. Like proper back into it. And they all return from Casa Amor tonight. So I imagine David and I will be knee deep into that. And that normally finishes about 10:30, and I just can't stay up any later than 10:30. So there's a high chance that this is, I can't put that back in because you're blocking the door. There's a high chance that this is the end of the reading vlog. Now I've had a lovely time doing a month's worth of reading vlogs, showing you, excuse me, would you mind if I just pop this back? Showing you what books I've read, showing you what books I've got in the post, showing you what books I've bought. I've very much enjoyed it and I feel like it's very current, and it's been a bit unusual to sort of, normally I stack my books up next to my bed. I've got a little cubby hole behind my bed, and then do a wrap up that way. Now this is, I think I'll do this again, and let me know if you've enjoyed seeing them. The feedback has been hugely positive, guys. So yeah, let me know if you want me to do them like this again. I will do them again. I'm not going to do them like this again every month. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed doing it like this, and we'll do this again. I think that's it. I'm going to crack on with my Cajun beer battered oyster mushrooms. I'm still listening to Homegoing. I'm a couple of hours into that now, very much enjoying it. I think I might have said previously is that it's different women through the generations, but it's not. I've just heard from a male point of view. But I'm very, very much enjoying it, and we'll continue to enjoy it, I'm sure. But for the minute, I've got to make some beer batter, so I'm going to crack on with that. Hope you're all well. Have a lovely weekend. See you on Sunday. Bye.